Hey guys, MasakoX here, and I'm coming in with something pretty hot. Literally an hour or so ago, the provisional titles for episode 98 to 101 of Dragon Ball Super were leaked. Now please note, if you don't want to be spoiled by any of the contents of this video, I suggest that you click off this video and wait till a time that you will feel comfortable to actually watch the contents. I'll wait. Okay, you sure you want to continue? Alright. Now I know people are going to question the validity of these sources after the whole debacle with episodes 94 to 97. You know, how the titles were there, they looked kind of legit, but then they weren't, or at least most of them weren't. And I understand that your confusion as to why I would even cover this. I mean, surely Masako, you're better than that. Well, I know that you're right, but this time I'm going to take a different twist and actually discuss what it could be. Not give you the hard facts and say these are definitely right, because they're probably not. I'm just going to give you my first impressions of them. Also, I was sure to talk to the original source of these scans and actually ask where they came from. Govita XV, the source, replied back to me pretty quickly, and even though the sources came from 2chan, these scans come from Japan's channel broadcast schedule for the month of July. Now here's a disclaimer. The titles can easily change prior to their broadcast. The titles are usually the last thing that are solidified in an episode. Things that might be true now might not be applicable as to when it's actually shown on TV screens. These scans actually list Fuji TV's Sunday morning schedule, and about 9 o'clock is Dragon Ball Super, along with a non-bold line which would imply the episode title. So major thanks to Govita XV for their source and their translation of these titles. Thank you very much. And also thank you very much for answering my questions and for your patience. So without further ado, here are the provisional episode titles for Dragon Ball Super episodes 98 to 101. Now remember to take these with a pinch of salt until we get further information. These could easily change. Last minute for spoilers, by the way, and also please keep the comments clear of any spoilers. I know that you're better than that, I just thought I'd mention it, so for people that don't want to watch the video, it doesn't get spoiled for them in the comments. Thank you. Okay, episode 98 is titled Impermanent, Universe to Despair. Now judging from this title, it's kind of hard to put a definite clue as to where this episode's gonna go. This could mean that if you're knocked out of the ring, you could be sent to a different universe where there's nothing but fear and misery. Basically, if you die, you get sent to some kind of universal purgatory. But my best guess, though, is that probably some of the universes weren't aware of the universe destruction deal, at least the fighters weren't, and now they find out, and it drives them to almost insanity, or they get really scared. Again, it's hard to actually pinpoint a true plot for this episode on just one line. Like, this is just like a discussion type thing. This is me just thinking out loud my first thoughts. Your thoughts might vary. But I think that the overall message that we can be clear on is that whatever happens, it's not going to be smiles and sunshine. Now the next episode, episode 99, is a lot clearer to grasp. Krillin's latent power. Now this could be the follow-up to the two-parter that Goku and Krillin starred in, where they had to go and find a special ingredient on an island for Master Roshi. That was around episode 75 to 76. In that episode, Krillin conquered his fears about fighting and regained his confidence. He then unlocked a hidden type of power that was very different from before. It kind of looked like an ultimate type of power, or maybe it's his hidden potential that Guru unlocked, but now on a whole other level. Maybe Krillin's become an ascended human? Suffice to say, I think this episode will be mostly about Krillin and him being the strongest Earthling. Good! It's about time us humans got a reckoning in Dragon Ball Super. Now episode 100 is titled Awakening of a Berserker Warrior. Now this might be revolving around Kale. On the Dragon Ball Super website, in her bio, it is listed that she unlocks the powers of some kind of berserker. She's not described as having a legendary power. That's a kind of a variation on what Broly's was. This is slightly different, and to be fair, how she acts is kind of like how a berserker would do in other types of anime and types of show. Not that much to work on again, but I get the feeling that Kale is struggling to unlock her hidden power once more, and I feel like Caulifla would be at the center of trying to get her to unlock it again. So maybe Caulifla screws around with her by saying, "Oh, Kaba, how much I love you!" Or maybe Caulifla's in danger, and this unlocks something within Kale so she actually taps into that power. Needless to say, this is going to send a shiver down many spines in Universe 7, especially with the Saiyans. Now episode 101 is a biggie. The Approaching Warrior of Justice. Now this seems to me the big establishment of Jiren, and kind of following up to all the hype that's been generated from the opening credits of Dragon Ball Super, you know, with Jiren and Goku fighting. This is going to actually start to happen. This would be the right time for the two of them to clash. We'll obviously have an introduction between Jiren and Goku in episode 96, but the main event will start maybe at around episode 101. You know, give the other characters some time to shine before we actually get to Goku. On the other hand, another warrior of justice that is just as important could be Toppo. Might this be round 2 between Goku and Toppo? You know, Toppo's got a score to settle with Goku, he sees the Saiyan as some kind of statement of evil, and he wants to rid it because of justice and all that? This might be following up from that whole episode 82 dealie. The Grand Priest was the one that cut that fight short, but now that they can go at it again, who's to say what will happen? In any case, Goku's going to have to deal with one of the members of the Pride Troopers, and it's going to be pretty spectacular. So there we go. These are the episode titles for Dragon Ball Super episodes 98 to 101 that are applicable as of the 23rd of June 2017. Again, these titles are subject to change without any kind of notice, so what might be accurate now might not be in a few weeks' time. What I have presented to you is discussing the best kind of possibilities that could happen based on one line of text. This is not meant to be gospel. This is meant to be discussed. And I just thank you for your patience and for being civil in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time when I'm reviewing Dragon Ball Super episode 96. And until then, guys, catch you later.